Good evening, good evening. This is Suzanne Sellers, also known as SuzyDee, owner of SuzyDee Travel LLC. Today is Thursday, February 11th, 2021, and I am back in the lovely, the wonderful, and the cold Chicago, Illinois, USA. I just landed back at O'Hare Airport, Chicago O'Hare International Airport, from my trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And I'm at the airport now, about to go home, to my home here in the Chicago area. And I just wanted to share really quickly about, someone asked me if I would share about my experience with the COVID test and entry back into the United States. I'm going to start with the things that I did to prepare to go to Punta Cana. Number one, I researched hotels that provide insurance to its travelers, to the people who travel there and stay there. I stayed at Secrets Cap Cana in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. That is one of the hotels that offer travel, a certain amount of travel insurance and travel coverage for their guests. And one of those things was, one of the benefits that they offer under their travel insurance is free 14-day quarantine if you should test positive for COVID while you were there. Another thing they offer is free COVID antigen tests. They give you the test that's needed to get back to the United States, for you to meet the United States requirements. So I also purchased my own insurance, my own travel insurance, one-trip insurance, to cover me for medical expenses and anything that trip cancellation, trip interruption, trip delay, and the like. The Dominican Republic, the country, they also provide insurance to travelers who come there. So I was insured 3 different ways: Dominican Republic insurance, Secrets Cap Cana insurance, and my own insurance that I purchased for this trip. When I got there, I booked a suite that comes with a butler. And my butler set up my appointment when I arrived. He set up my appointment for the next day to have my COVID antigen test. I went for my test at the scheduled time, and the testing room is a suite at the resort that they have removed all of the beds and furnishings and put inside of that suite desks and chairs. And a medical professional outfitted in medical hazmat material garments came in and administered the test. The antigen test is a flock swab test where they stick the flock swab up your nose as far as they can get it on both nostrils, and they went around about 5 times per nostril. And then after the test, I went next door to another suite that they set up as like a waiting room suite, and you wait there 15 or 20 minutes for your test results. And so my butler came in after about 15 or 20 minutes and said that my result was negative, and I would get a letter the following day from the doctor stating that it was negative, and I can present that on my travel back to the United States. So I did get that letter the next day. It's very important for you to read the letter. The letter had my wrong address on it. I mean, they're doing a lot of COVID tests. Not address, wrong birth date. It had my name. It had negative for COVID, but it had someone else's birthday. And I was able to read the letter, ask my butler to get the corrected letter, which he did, and he brought that to me on today. So it's important to read the documents that you're provided at the hotels and such, because there could be a mistake, and that mistake could cause you not to be able to fly back home. So when I flew United, and when I got to Punta Cana Airport today to depart from Punta Cana back to Chicago, my COVID test and my passport and my information was checked at least 3 times by different United Airlines personnel and Punta Cana Airport personnel at different checkpoints, security checkpoints. So they did look at the letter. Several people did, 2 or 3 people. And then I got on the plane and I flew home nonstop to Chicago. They do not look at the letter when you get, well, they didn't look at my letter when I got back here to Chicago. I have global entry, so I went to the global entry kiosk. I scanned my passport and did what I needed to do at the kiosk, and I picked up my luggage and I was on my way. No one asked me for the letter here in the United States. But it did get checked several times before I was able to get on that plane in Punta Cana. So there's your information that you need to make wise decisions about where you travel, how you travel. Oh, I also want to add that I did have my own PCR COVID test 96 hours before going to Dominican Republic. Although Dominican Republic is a country that does not require a COVID test prior to entering their country, I had one done anyway for my own comfortability. I want to know whether or not I'm healthy, and travel does not come before my health. And so I had the test, I was negative, and that's what made me go ahead and go on the trip. So I'm back, I'm healthy, and everything is fine. I hope travel rebounds and soon, and I hope that you all follow the protocols and the requirements needed to keep yourself safe. Thank you. Bye.